Shot. I may not update anything else till next year unfortunately. Ochako hummed happily to herself as she was preparing for dinner. The number one hero, her husband, was coming home soon. He had already texted her that he just got off. They had a little system together as heroes. If Ochako stay home like tonight, she made dinner. If it was vice versa then Izuku would make dinner. If they both stayed home they made dinner together. And if they both were on hero duty they would just go to a restaurant afterward because usually they would be too tired to make any. She had just finished dinner when she heard the door to their house open. "Deku, you're home," Ochako called to her husband. She grabbed a towel and wiped her hands as well as taking her apron off. She walked to the front where Izuku was. "Heida," there was blood on his shirt. "Deku," Ochako screamed. She ran over to him and looked all over for wounds. "Is this your blood?" Ochako asked while checking. "No it's not," Izuku answered her. "Whose is it then?" Ochako watched as he took off his shoes. "A civilian's." Izuku put his shoes to the side. "Are they alright?" Ochako asked. "They're alive at least. They got taken to a hospital so I'm not sure how they are doing now," Izuku explained to his wife. "Are you alright?" Ochako asked. "I'm fine Ochako," Izuku responded. "Okay. I went ahead and made dinner for us." Ochako led him to the kitchen after putting his dirty clothes in the wash and he had fresh ones on. "It looks good," Izuku said while putting on a fake smile. "Thanks." Ochako didn't believe in his smile but she would let it go for now. They ate and Ochako did most of the talking for them. Izuku mostly replied with, "Oh really? And, that's nice." Ochako knew that today has really gotten to him. "Thank you Ochako," Izuku said as he finished his meal. "Want to watch some TV together?" Ochako suggested. "No I think I will just go to sleep," Izuku yawned to himself. "Deku," Ochako had a look of worry in her eyes. "I'm fine Ochako." "Really?" Izuku assured her. "Well can you at least take a bath first? You smell like the locker rooms." Ochako pinched her nose. "Sure thing." Izuku headed to the bathroom and turned on the bath as Ochako cleaned up their mess. Deku is obviously pretty stressed out. I think he needs some love from his gorgeous and caring wife, Ochako thought as she placed the dishes in the sink for later. Izuku sat down in the hot water that filled the bathtub with lots of soap. He wanted a bath over a shower so he can sit down instead of standing. His legs were killing him. He sighed to himself as he felt his head throb. "I should get some medicine for this damn headache." Izuku rubbed his head trying to calm down a bit. He heard the bathroom door open and close. "Ochako," Izuku called out to her. "Hey Deku." Ochako walked behind him and wrapped her arms around him. "What are you doing in here?" Izuku asked her closing his eyes. "I came to join you. Do you mind?" Ochako asked letting out a small humming sound. "Not at all." Izuku felt her arms release him from her grasp. Ochako undressed and tossed her clothes into the dirty laundry basket and she sat in the tub beside Izuku who hadn't moved from his spot. "Ah this feels really nice." Ochako felt the hot water on her skin. "It does." Izuku looked at his wife. "So now I can do what I came for." Ochako sat up from her spot to face Izuku. She then sat in lap, but making sure she didn't crush his crotch. What are you going?" Izuku turned red and not because of the water. "I'm just trying to help my husband." Ochako placed her arms around him once again. "Help with what?" Izuku asked feeling her soft lips on his neck. "Help with de-stressing," Ochako said in between her loving kisses. I'm not stressed though, Izuku lied as Ochako rolled her eyes at his words. Yeah, and Bakugo didn't have a ego bigger than an empty Kmart store. I'm your wife. You can't fool me, Deku. I can tell when something is wrong, and I know you must have had a hard day from how you are acting. Ochako then gave his lips some attention. Okay, it's just been hard lately. Villains really wanted to cause mayhem today and I nearly let several people die. The guy who I had his blood on my shirt was moments away from death. I was about to break down in tears. Luckily help arrived just in time. Izuku began to kiss her back. And that's what makes you a great hero, Deku. You saved lives. I know it's stressful. This isn't the first time you have came home like this. Heck, in fact I have myself. Ochako let Izuku do some of the kisses. I know. It's hard sometimes and sometimes it's really easy. Izuku took his hand out of the water and placed a hand on her face to deepen the kiss. Well, that's not all that's hard, Ochako said, making Izuku blush. I can't help it, you're just really sexy, Ochako, Izuku admitted to his wife. And so are you. Ochako put her lips to her husband's and placed a hand in his hair, closing her eyes. Izuku also closed his eyes as he was kissed. He would never lose interest in the kissing, in fact he would never lose interest in her. He loved her with all his heart and she would always make him feel better. Ochako broke the kiss off after a few more seconds, allowing them to breathe. You know we've been in here for quite a bit, Ochako said after breaking the kiss. Really? Izuku looked at the clock they had in their bathroom and it was much later than he thought it would be. We should get to sleep soon. We both have tomorrow off and we can sleep in. Ochako reminded him about their day off together. They finished washing themselves and they crawled into their bed. Thanks for making me feel better, Izuku thanked her. Of course, Deku. And tomorrow we can spend more time de-stressing. Ochako gave him a smug wink before turning off their bedside table. Izuku had a bit of trouble falling asleep, and it wasn't because of stress.
Finally, we can relate. Our side by side, this is fate. I knew all along we'd find some way to communicate.